I'm sure you must have heard of it, but they talk a lot. Nigerian political scientists talk a lot about what they call militicians. That is the involvement of many military generals in politics. But more specifically, the negative impact of prolonged military rule in our politics. I am glad to say that we are seeing that we are winning ourselves with a lot of that. And to some extent, some of the tendencies we see about lack of internal party democracy are probably some of these inherited legacies.
Professor Jega's paper, in a way, established a frank and blatant atmosphere as discussants pick up the mantle to lament openly the dismal condition of party politics and elections in Nigeria.
This idea of militician is a new word. But the presenter, the lecturer, did not claim it for himself, he claimed it for his professional colleagues who are political scientists. I think we should take that word out of our political vocabulary.
While we were being encouraged that if we so much desire to partake in the running and governance of this country, please go and drop your khaki and come and join us. That advice we have taken to. We have dropped our khaki and we are now in politics. Why then be militician? Why no lawyerticians? Why no doctorticians and the rest of it?
I recall during one of the sessions of the Council of State meetings, after some long contributions at the meeting, Mr. President, who was then presiding, said, Governor Kano Shikarau, everything about you is right except in one place. I said, Your Excellency, what is that one place? He said, you belong to the wrong party. And I think he probably didn't want to say it again here. It's in the other side. I assure you, I belong to the right side of the parties. And this is why we also notice the inconsistencies in governance, even coming from the same political party. For the last couple of years, PDP has been governing Nigeria. When the President, General Olusegun Obasanjo, was on board, we saw various political and economic programs. When Yar'Adua came, nobody was talking of the other economic programs. We saw the 7-point agenda. When he left, President Jonathan is no longer talking of the 7-point agenda. He's talking of transformation, whatever that meant.
America just held the election, council election, parliamentary election, presidential election, all in one day. We had an experience of doing elections in one day. Why don't we try that now?
I think what we need in this country is collective will of both the leadership and the followership to move this country forward. I will cite the example of what happened in the Federal House of Representatives. The leadership of this country never wanted the speaker that we have there now. But because of the collective will of the people, they knew their right. It is the right of the House to choose the leader. They stood on that.
If all candidates will not appear desperate and will not allow the electoral officers, the law enforcement agencies, to see you as a desperate candidate who would want to win by all means, a do or die affair. I don't know that I'm coaching some people. corruption in the electoral process need to be re-examined, and the total loss of confidence in governance. Most electorate believe that government is one thing, they are only sought for, they are only relevant on the day of the election.
I want to thank Governor Shakarau for what happened to him in Kano. What he did not know, which he may know today, is that he won that election by a very narrow margin. And if I have yielded to pressure, maybe that narrow margin will have been changed.